Hari Om Tat Sat. Welcome to Swami Jyotirmayananda Society, our journey to self-realization. Please subscribe our channel for the mystical meanings and to enjoy daily satsang. We are currently exploring the book Advice to Householders for the Newlyweds by Swami Jyotirmayananda Maharaj, narrated by myself, Swami Nikhilananda. So let us continue our satsang for today. What a husband and wife should do, they should be each other's counterpart to support each other and help each other grow spiritually also. So adore God in each other. In an ideal Hindu marriage, the husband worships the Devi or the goddess in the wife, and the wife worships God in the form of Krishna, Vishnu, or Rama in her husband. And when there is a child, you worship God in the child. You should develop the attitude that God is the innermost reality within every person. To the extent that you understand this truth, each member of your family becomes an expression of God, and you are worshipping, loving, and serving God through everyone you are related to. This attitude elevates human relationships and helps you to develop an amazing degree of endurance in even the worst of situations. No one should expect perfection in a marriage relationship without intense self effort. It certainly will test your patience, or you would have to work hard, but both parties, when they work hard, the results are wonderful. Whatever degree of perfection is attained has to evolve by mutual love, by austerity, by adapting and adjusting, and by turning to God for strength. Further again, the goal is not perfection in the relationship itself. The goal is movement towards God. By the time death terminates your union, both of you should be ready to attain self realization. That would be an ideal marriage that achieved the purpose of spiritual union. This is your goal. If that goal is kept in view, everything in your life becomes meaningful and significant. Without that spiritual objective, you face a world of unimaginable stress, sorrow, and grief. So, when your partner and you love each other and are helpful and supportive, your relationship blossoms and you grow spiritually and in all aspects of your life. But if you are don't like each other or stressed or unhappy, then um, go through this book, go through these daily satsangs to learn what can you do to change your life. And both you and your partner should listen to these 10-minute satsangs so you can make it a part of your daily ritual as you start your day. Your relationship would get better and all aspects of your life would get better. So derive strength from God. Allow your minds to flow towards God. Learn to serve God, adore God, and love God in each other. When problems baffle your mind, seek guidance from God within you through prayers, japa, and surrender, sharanagati. At the same time, don't wait for a difficult situation to develop to turn to God. There is a saying of Saint Kabira, दुख में सुमिरन सब करें सुख में करे न कोय जो सुख में सुमिरन करे तो दुख काहे को होए. Meaning, everyone when put under stress turn to God, but the moment that stressing situation, difficult situation fades away, they forget about God. If they were to turn to God even in pleasant conditions, then why should there be adversity for him to begin with? There is a parable about a man who went out to pick coconuts. He climbed on the top of a tall tree laden with coconuts, and suddenly he looked down and he felt dizzy, scared of the height he had climbed. He prayed, "Oh God, I know I can't get down from this height without falling and killing myself. If only you would spare me this time, I will give you all these coconuts to a temple as an offering." Thus saying, he slowly started coming down, emboldened by the courage he had gained through prayer. But when he came down a little bit further, he thought to himself, I will give away only 75% of the coconuts. Why to give 100%? When he had come down halfway, he began to think, well, God doesn't need all of these coconuts. I'll just give 50%. When he came down completely and had his feet touched the ground, he had forgotten all about God or going to the temple. So, as you face the challenges of life, do not be like that man in this parable. Do not wait for adversity to turn to God for strength, forgetting divine grace when the adversity passes away. Rather, day by day, learn to enjoy the sweetness of devotion and surrender to God. At every moment, feel that God sustains you and enjoy the sweetness of that divine sustenance. Be inspired by spiritual ideals. According to Hindu Dharma, marriage is a sacrament, and the ideal of enduring and sacrificing love is presented in the Hindu Sanatana Dharma literature in the union of Rama and Sita, Savitri and Satyavan, and Nala and Damayanti. These are beautiful couples who showed us how to lead an ideal married life where you sacrifice for each other. Study the Ramayana for the story of Rama and Sita, and the Mahabharata for the story of Savitri and Satyavan, Nala and Damayanti, etc. These couples were ideal embodiments of perfection, but you should try to emulate their example as much as possible, knowing that that can be accomplished. In the type of self effacing love that they epitomize, all the deepest values of life flourish. But in love that is only pleasure seeking, good qualities of the soul are thwarted and stunted. In other words, your guna of sattva reduces and worldly activities and rajas increases. So bring forth children for greatness. That's another thing a married couple should do. One of your greatest responsibilities in marriage is having children and preparing those children for the spiritual and material challenges of life. As your children carry on the name of your family, they must also make a meaningful contribution to humanity, to the world family. They must become successful personalities in science, in arts, philosophy, religion, or the various branches of learning that they are maybe interested in. By their wisdom and understanding, they may sow seeds of harmony and peace and spiritual understanding among others. When you raise a good family, good kids, they will become good citizens and teach others and help make this world a better place. So be an inspiration to your children. Children must be taught by your example. If you yourself do not do what you teach your children to do, then you will not succeed as parents. If you ask your children to get up early in the morning, but then you must show them by example. Pursue the same right course of action and start doing so yourself. If you ask your children to be patient and thoughtful and unselfish, you must manifest the same divine qualities in your own personality also. Plant good impressions right from the start. There is a Puranic story about Madalsa, a queen who was enlightened. Whenever she became pregnant, she kept her mind engaged in meditating and worshipping God. When the child was born, she cradled it gently, singing the following song: Shuddhosi buddhosi niranjanosi sansara maya parivarjitosi. This inspiring song means, O child, you are not the body, you are the spirit, you are enlightened, you are pure Atman, the self. You are free of the taints of the world process. As each of her children grew up, they became highly philosophical individuals, and eventually they became enlightened sages. All your thoughts, feelings, and actions influence the unconscious mind of your child. Whatever you present before your children, even when they are infants, it makes its impressions deeply. In fact, the child begins to learn even before it is born. All the thoughts that enter the mind of the mother while the child is still growing within her fetus, within her, impinges upon the mind of the child. So, Hindu scriptures have given great insight into the prenatal stage of education. So, right there, right during pregnancy and after pregnancy, when the seed is planted, the child starts to receive subtle impressions. Thus, it is a great responsibility for a married couple to bring forth souls to provide what is needed for their physical and mental well being, to prepare them for society, and to encourage their spiritual evolution. These are duties that every grihastha or householder must take very seriously. So, let me explain the term grihastha. It's made of two Hindi Sanskrit words. One is grih, the other one is hasta. Grih, hasta. So, grih means house, and ast means to stay, establish. So basically, the householders, they stay in a house, they raise a family, they work, and so on. Thus the term is known as grihastha or householder. When you understand that nature has given you this tremendous project of raising children, raising a family, you pursue the project diligently, the rewards are great and the joys are intense. As you strive to promote a harmonized family life, you enjoy deeper love in human relationships and deeper warmth and sweetness of life. Even in old age, you will feel relaxed, peaceful, and fulfilled. If, like Queen Madalsa, you both became enlightened sages and succeed in guiding your children to enlightenment as well, you have fulfilled your responsibilities and you have led an ideal married life, of household life to the utmost, and attained all there is to attain in life. May God bless you, Swami Jyotirmayananda. So beautiful guidance from worshipful Gurudev. And in tomorrow's satsang, we will discuss the four purposes of our life. This is Swami Nikhilananda. Hari Om Tat Sat.